Hello, Kerbal, and welcome to part 10 of Mining the Mun. Well, today's going to be a bit different. I'm going to do some live commentary over the top of this, which means that this is not post-commentary. Well, this bit is, the beginning bit, but I'm going to be talking on what we're going to be doing, not just in this episode, but in this series, and problems that we may encounter, and the good, exciting things we can do. Anyway, I'll let myself, past self, get on with it. So what we're going to do today is try to engineer this, get this to work, because I noticed a few problems. Like when this is full of fuel, we're getting this tipping over forward and, well, self-destructing. And also, I have the results in, or how many of you want to continue a new series, and how many of you want to continue, and how many of you want a new series. So I'll get into that in a minute. Let's start off with this though. Okay, let's detach that. Rotate that. I want that close to the ground because let's actually put that then back on top. Because I want to continue these wheels to the front. And then we can see if Kerbals will survive it. Now I did say before you'd build this on the side, which in fact we could do to a degree. And if we go boom. Wrong way, come on. Why aren't you rotating? Yep. Okay, let's see what we get with that. Okay, so we're getting attached there. We can adjust that then with the offset tool. I'll fix any abnormalities, get to it, and all you have to do then is copy a wheel, put him on the front here, and just angle him the correct way. Now I'm just going to roughly do this. Yeah, it looks a bit level. That looks level enough. So let's go launch this, see what we can do. Yeah, yes. We're having problems with that. In the last episode, that probe core is connected straight to that decoupler, and we don't want that. So if I go like this, boom, that decoupler will disappear. Control Z. Symmetry on, haven't I? Control Z again. Okay, let's reconnect that. We'll disconnect that probe core. Halt, copy. Hey, presto, that is fixed. Okay, so, well, let's launch this, and then we can talk about what we want to do in this series. Okay, so where should we start? Results, I suppose. How many of you wanted a new series, and how many of you wanted to continue with this series? Well, the results are... Oh, let's get some daylight. We can do this in daylight. And as soon as the sun's out, the results are in. Those who wanted a new series are 5. Those of you who wanted to continue this series are 7. So continue this series we will. However, I just don't want to just continue this series. I actually want to... Let's decouple these for a second. I want to improve it. And if you remember in the last episode, or if you didn't watch it, then I posed the idea that we could, have our space program where you guys, I sort of like pose missions to you, or you pose missions to me, and then we decide what we're going to do in the missions. I haven't filled those tanks up, so anyway, we can test going down the hill. Yeah, that's problems I was having. These are bending this way and that way. Watch those wheels. Doesn't help that they're all at different angles. Yeah, I wonder if putting them on some sort of radial attachment point would help. So let's go up to high speed and put the brakes on. So yes, some kind of way you'd pose missions to me. And brakes. Ooh, not bad. Those front wheels have made quite a difference. Those, you'd pose missions to me, I say yes or no, or I pose missions to you, and you guys vote how many for this, how many for that mission, and then we go ahead and do that. But we can't, not just any old missions, there'll be long-term missions, like, let's set up a mining base on Duna, and that would take more than one episode, because we'd have to build different craft, because the gravity is different, everything, the terrain's different. We'd have to scan it as well and everything, so it'll be more than one episode. And then we'd have the short-term missions, like we'd have one that looks interesting. Perhaps we see an Easter egg or something, or you say, oh, you're near an Easter egg, which are sort of little hidden gems within the game, like hidden monuments or pyramids or something like that. I can't remember what exactly. But then you can say, go and investigate that. You're close to there. And we'll do that as a short-term mission. And someone also suggested something like building a base around an asteroid. Yeah, we could do that. That's easy enough. That's something, you can also mine the asteroid, so yeah, it'll be in keeping with this series of mining. Oh, look, the moon. In fact, let's put the brake on here. I think it's going to do a total eclipse. Are we gonna, yeah. Watch this, guys. A solar eclipse on Kerbal. In fact, I'm going to screenshot that with the VAB and the Kerbal Space Center. Is he going to go in the way up front? Yay! We have a solar eclipse in progress, guys. Around 2 times, no. Yeah, 5 times symmetry. Time accelerate. So, yeah, that's the way we'll do the missions. We'll do some. I'll start by posing the missions. I'll have to think of things first. And also, I want to talk about mods. Now, some of you may not be happy on adding mods to a game. Some of you may be happy on just keeping the game fresh as it is, stock, so everyone can follow along. But let me know what you think about adding mods. 2 mods, or maybe 3, depending on how you feel about it. 2 mods I'd like to add: a Kerbal attachment system and Kerbal inventory system. Now both sort of like let your Kerbals attach things to the outside of your spacecraft. Sort of like, say, life support module, or a sort of like fuel canister of some kind. And the Kerbal inventory system sort of complements that, allows you to put those parts in that in sort of storage containers which you can put on your ship. And that would be quite fun. And what would work with that is a life support mod of some kind. Now, if we put life support, we could do, that'll make some interesting things in the game, like, I suppose, we haven't got any life support on the probes and that. They've got limited life support on them already when you add it to the game. And we could do a mission where they have to either evacuate the mining base and the space stations and all that, or we can send Kerbals out with the Kerbal attachment system, and we'll attach these life support modules or something on the outside of the spacecraft. So yes, there's a lot we could do with this game. There's a lot we could do with this series, and we're going to continue with this series. So that's all I've put in my bulletin points at the moment. I have not got anything else to talk about, other than saying, oh, that's pretty, and continue with this series. I'm going to do this live commentary, so let's go ahead. Right, this works on Kerbal. I'm going to try putting these on radial ports of some kind. I'll show you in a minute. Let's do that and I'll bring you back. Okay, so this is work done. I've got the radial attachment point. Put it on there. Put the vehicle wheels on the side. I also tried putting struts on the wheels to see if that secured it. It did not do anything. You can see here the wheel struts are still there. I will leave them there. It'll be good enough there. And well, we'll see what they do. We'll see how they function because they're under there. Let's launch it. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll work. If it does work, we'll do it to the other vehicles on the side. I want to add Kerbal controls to both of them. But what we could do is split this module. Oh yeah, back. I reverted, so we're going to have a solar eclipse again during the daytime. Yeah, too far. Okay, we've gone past the solar eclipse. No matter. Anyway, let's try this. Decouple. Decouple. Off you go, Islina. If I said that right. Oh. Surface speed, please. All the wheels appear to be on the ground. We're looking good. We're coming down here at an angle, saying that we're going down sort of weird incline. All the wheels are okay. I'd probably keep the speed down to about 5 meters per second. I'm going to put mech jeb on these rovers so that we can limit the speed that these wheels travel. You've got brake torque control. I don't think that controls the speed of them. Could disable some motors. I'm going to keep them all steering. Okay, they are jetting about a bit. They're not so bad. Let's get ourselves up to 7-8 kilometers per second. Turn. As we're turning, we'll make sure that this rover is going slower. But this is just a check, just in case. 10 meters per second. Turn. Keep it at 10. Okay, then we're starting to have problems. Okay, this is looking quite good. I think we'll use this design. How bad this is going to be to launch up and get to the man, I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm going to do that in an episode. Prepare these for launch and fix these up. In the meantime, let's plan ahead, shall we? To the man. Okay, here we are, back on the man with Nina in the rover. And, well, let's see what we've got. Now, I still want to land that mining facility on this large crater here. And the reason is because, well, if I go to map view, and let's go to the, let's take that off. If we get the ore system up, click on the ore, change color, I want each map. Just reduce the cutoff, or increase. Right, we've got all that ore on the top, North Pole. Not as much as we originally thought, because it was showing up a huge blob. And we don't have as much ore. I could change that too. Perhaps it's because I done some scanning around there. Anyway, you can see the yellow spots here, so there's not as much ore down here. But however, this is where we're mining at the moment, and we get it's pretty good. If we land the mining base, the new one here, then we can get pretty good amounts of ore and convert it in pretty good quantities. And the reason why we're going to choose that is because the inclination of the space station because it doesn't travel over where most of this ore is on the North Pole area. Plus it's quite hilly here, bumpy, and it is quite smooth in this crater, making it easier for our bases. Making it easier for us to manage. Which is by here, sorry. It's a different crater. So, yeah. I think I'm gonna choose that. I'm gonna say we're gonna land the base here. This is gonna be our main base. But where are we gonna put it? Now, I got 5.6 ore. Down here looks quite good. Nice flat area we can put all our rovers. I don't want to put them in craters because last time I did that I was having trouble getting out of a crater with this rover. We could also go up by here, and it's much closer to our main base or original base. Let's try that. Let's go up to here. I'll set our rover to go there. In fact, I can get the rover autopilot on. Waypoint. Add a waypoint. Add a waypoint. Okay. Let's follow. We got slow speed. Tuning. Turn speed safe. Put that to 4. And a 3 is, I think I put it to 2 because it was tipping over at some point. Okay. Now let's activate our ore scanner and let's extend the dish because it looks cool. And let's try physical accelerate. Alt period key. Okay, it says it's going to take 39 minutes to get there. Increase that to 7. Okay, yeah, we'll get there in time. Let's have a look at that ore dish. And slow down time accelerate. Because I want to stop. Put those brakes on. And the brakes never work properly on this. It only works if you're going uphill. Because I forgot to do one thing. Okay, we're stopped. F5. Quick save. Now follow. Carry on your mission, Nina. Okay, so that's what I planned for the time being. That is what we are going to do. We're going to build that mining base. We're going to get it down on there. I started this mining base, so it's only right that we continue that base. However, what are we going to do next? Well, I have started tracking an asteroid, so we could track a couple of asteroids and pick a good candidate. We'll name them something, some number or something, I don't know. We'll get to that at some point. However, where are we going to go? What are we going to do? We could go to Minras first. I'm not sure about building a mining facility there. The gravity is so low that I have trouble. Although it's an easy one to land on. I was supposed to keep track of how much ore we have. 5.5. Yeah, this is a good place to start a base. Even if we land them in the center here and bring them out to wherever we need to go. Okay, so what else could we do? We could go to Duna. We could plan a long-term mission for that. Duna and Ike mining. Or what other places could we go? Eve is quite difficult. The atmosphere for launching that will make it very inefficient for mining. However, we could say that as a goal once we start our mining. Once this is fully operational, we could go to Eve as a challenge. As, you know, as someone suggested, set a Kerbal on everybody. That'd take quite some time. And version 1.1 will be out before I finish that. But, you know, it's a goal we could try to make for ourselves. Yeah, that's one thing I forgot to mention. Upgrading to version 1.1. Once it's out, they've upgraded the game to Unity 5. And we're currently in Unity 4, is it? I can't remember. But anyway, is the saves going to be completely different? That we can't use this save in that version of the game. That means I'll have to stop this, and we can then, for those newbies who wanted me to start in a create or science mode, then we can do that then. So yeah. Sorry for those who want to keep this, but if it does break the game, this save, then we will have to start anew. And I think a create game would be, you know, the way to go. But we'll get to that once the update does come out. And I'm quite looking forward to it, especially extra cores able to use for the physics of the game. That means we won't have to slow the game down to 8 frames per second. And I know it's partly to do with my graphics card, but not fully, because at the moment I'm doing 24 frames per second with this. That's decent, I can play that. You know, it may not be, I'm not sure if it's good video, I don't think you notice really that much. Unless it was up to 60 frames per second. Okay, so what else? What else missions can we do? I'm going to set the building our base as a short-term goal. Or a short-term mission. And at least if we do start a new save, we could use this as a learning point for future missions in future universes. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to say at the moment, or in missions. So you guys, let me know in the comments below any missions we could add. If we don't get into this series and we have to do a new save, because we have to do a new save, then I will add them to our long-term mission goals for our new series, which we may have to do. From this point on, I just rambled on about what we could do, how much ore is here, and shall I take you a tour on what we've built already. But most of you already watched this series, have already seen what we've done. So what I'm going to do here is end the video and say you can like and subscribe from this video if you want, but we will be continuing this series with, well, sort of like doing bases around asteroids and perhaps going to Dune in the future, or perhaps breaking the save completely and starting from scratch with a career mode game. What will happen? We don't know. Perhaps we can transfer this save over to 1.1. But anyway, leave comments and suggestions in the description below. I will look for future missions that we can do in this series for the time being. The base is going to be the one of them. But suggest what else we could do. Anyway, I'm Orbator. Trust me, I'm an engineer.